Hey guys, I'm Tash and welcome to today's Express Stretch session. I want to take you through a range of movements that are going to range from static holds, so nice and long in one position, through to some fluid flowing movements where we're going to be moving from one to the other, just to help open up our body from anyone who's going to be working from home, and just utilize this time to get yourself up, move for that nice 15 to 20 minutes, and then return back to work feeling energized and mobile. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with your mat, just a nice easy downward dog to upward dog position. So going from here, hold that downward dog, let that stretch start happening through the back of your legs, and then slowly moving yourself down so you're into that upward dog position. Or you can call it a suspended seal. And flowing back up. And down. Just feeling that nice stretch opening up through the back of your body and through the front. Going back up. And down. Deep breaths here as well. Try not to be too tense. Take it nice and easy. Back up into that downward dog. We're going to have 2 more. And driving down into upward dog. Drop your knees to the ground if it's too much on your back as well. And driving up into that last downward dog hold. Feel like those legs are really pushing down. And into upward dog and hold. Perfect, guys. Ease it off there. Now we're going to move into some lizard stretches and pigeon stretches. So, I want you to go into a tabletop position. You're going to lunge whichever leg forward, but I'm going to start with my left. Lunge your leg forward, and we're just going to hold here for an easy 30 to 60 seconds. Just focus on that breath. Focus on relaxing through your shoulders and your neck. Relax your traps. It's usually where all the tension is held when we sit at a desk or sit for a long period of time. Awesome, guys. And then from here, we're just going to finish off with 10 T-spine rotations. So we're going to drop our left elbow down as low as you can. If you can reach the floor, awesome. Then you're going to rotate up towards the ceiling and back down, rotate up. We're going for 10. So this is 3, rotating up, 4, into 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take your time on that rotation. And 10. Easing that leg back. Then we're going to do the same thing and bring our right leg forward. And we're going to start off with that hold. Now, of course, if you feel like you really have the time and you want to hold this stretch a bit longer, feel free to pause the video now and just sit here for that 90 seconds if you feel good, or 2 minutes. You can support your hips as well with a bolster or some pillows. Otherwise, we're just going to be here for about that 30 to 45 seconds. And with every breath, you should feel yourself kind of relax through those hips, or try to relieve any tension being held through your hips. But again, don't force it. We're just here for a nice, gentle stretch. Perfect, guys. You should feel that nice loosening up happening. And then we're going to move in to those 10 rotations on this side. So starting off by driving your right elbow down, driving up, twisting for 1, 2, 3, really open up, take your time, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome, guys. Step that back into that nice, easy tabletop position. Drop back into that child's pose. Just let your hips relax here a little bit, your arms. Just taking time in through those hips. And then we're going to come up and we're going to be working through a static pigeon hold. So we're going to get into that pigeon stretch and just hold for quite a long time here on each leg. So getting that left leg forward, you can start on your right, whichever one you want, but we're going to switch sides anyway. So knees down, foot down, and we're just going to drive ourselves down into that stretch. Depending on your mobility here, again, we don't want this to hurt at all. You shouldn't be feeling any pains or pulls or resistance. So best thing you can do is pop pillows or support under your hips, or even driving some pillows so you're not forcing yourself down to the ground. So having something to support you up here, but holding this position here now. Again, with every breath, just try loosen up and relax through those hips. Good, guys, you should feel it slowly loosening up. Again, remember, you shouldn't be resisting it, shouldn't be hurting, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable. So take it back a step or two if you need to. Perfect, guys. Releasing there, nice and slowly, take that leg back. Give it a bit of a wiggle, and then taking the other leg forward. Changing your positions if you need to, if you had any support happening. And then holding that next stretch here. Good, guys. Again, focus on that exhale. Every focused breath out is that chance to relax that little bit more. Release any tension or resistance to the stretch. Perfect, guys. Easing off from there. Now we're gonna move into a little bit of a fluid part of this. So we're gonna go back to that lizard stretch mixed with a little bit of a hammy stretch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go step forward, that nice wide lunge, but we're not leaning forward at all. We're keeping our chest upright. And what I want you to do is lean into that hip flexor stretch. So you should feel it through the front of your body. And then from here, you're gonna sit back, flex your toe up, and feel that nice stretch into your hamstring. And we're gonna go again, step forward, pull forward, step back, flex that foot up, feel that stretch intensify through your hammy. Step forward and sit back. Step forward and sitting back. Go to wherever your mobility allows, so you might not be able to sit so far back. Step forward. You can use 2 dowels or mop sticks to help support you. Sit back. Sitting forward and sitting back. We got one more. Sitting forward, tuck that pelvis under, those hips forward, and sit back. And releasing that stretch, guys. Switching legs. Gonna step that other leg forward into that lunge position. Again, intensifying that stretch through your hip flexor and through the front of your body. So sitting forward, chest upright, sit back, flex that foot, intensify the stretch to the back of that leg. Sit forward, and sitting back, flexing that toe or foot, not the toe specifically, and sitting up forward and back. Sit forward and back. You should feel it loosen up with every single one. Forward, drop that bit more. Sit back, flex that bit more. And forward. Sitting back. Forward. Sit back. Last one. Going forward, tuck that pelvis under, really intensify that stretch. And sitting back, flex that foot. Get that nice stretch to the back of those legs. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work in through our hip flexors a little bit more. So starting off fluid, then we'll do a static hold. What you're gonna do is go into that nice 1990 bend with your legs as such. And then from here, we're gonna try and keep our feet where they are, and you're just gonna flip over from one side to the other. We're really working on that nice hip rotation here. Deep breaths, nice and easy, opening up through those hips. Good, guys. Last one to this side. And then what we're going to do is just hold this position here and then lean back a little bit more. So this is really trying to get into this left hip here. You should feel that nice stretch happening, nice and deep. So leaning back. If you've got the mobility, feel free to lean back all the way onto your elbows. So sitting back as such. I feel better sitting up a bit more in a controlled position. Deep breaths. And slowly lean forward and release out of that one. Give it a bit of a shake. And then we're gonna go over to your right side, or the right leg, leaning to the left, and sitting back into this one with a bit of a hold here. Good, guys. Again, feel free to lean back that little bit more, but trying to drive that knee down. So if you lean back and that knee comes up, it's really going to defeat the purpose. So you're trying to press that knee to the ground, but also dropping yourself away. So it helps intensify that stretch in through that hip. Deep breaths. Awesome, guys. Back to center, shaking that out. Last but not least, here on the hips, we're gonna go into a froggy stretch. So you're gonna go with your knees out as wide as you comfortably can. Usually helps to pop some padding or some cushions underneath your knees to make this a bit more pleasant. And the same thing, you can pop a bolster or a cushion underneath your hips. We're not gonna aim to sit back too much in this one. All I want you to do is get down onto your elbows and then just slowly push yourself back, but only to a point where it's comfortable, okay? You should feel that nice, easy stretch. It should feel quite pleasant through the hips. If it's not pleasant, you're just sitting too far back, and just bring yourself forward. Again, deep breaths into this one. Try not to resist the stretch too much. Just holding through here. You'll be able to feel what sides might be out of alignment or might not feel right. I can already feel my lefts resisting this more than my right. Now you're going to take a deep breath in. And with that exhale, just want you to sit back, add that more intensity into this stretch for that little bit. And just pull yourself forward slowly out of that stretch. Coming up, awesome. We're gonna finish off with just a little bit of shoulder work, so nothing too crazy. Simple thread the needle, but laying down. So all we're going to do is lay our arm out across our chest, laying down on the ground, other arm cups up, and we're trying to just lay here on the ground for a nice simple shoulder stretch for an easy 20 to 30 seconds. Every exhale again just releases through that shoulder. And slowly easing off there, guys. Switching arms, next arm comes across the chest. Trying to lay as straight down to the ground as you can. And just relaxing and resting through here. Awesome. Easing off from there. Now we're just going to go through the front of our chest in through our pecs. So you're going to go for a 90-degree bend in the arm. So it's going to lay down here on the floor. So wrists are stacked over the elbows and elbows in line with your shoulders. Then you're going to push yourself in the direction of that bent arm, flicking that opposite leg over your body. And then just resting here. You should feel that nice stretch through the front of your shoulder, in through your pec, or your chest. This is that perfect stretch to help release in that area that's feeling those 1,000 burpees, 1,000 push-ups a day or a week that we feel like we're doing with all these home workouts. And then back to center. Shake it out, switching arms, same thing on the other arm. Nice 90-degree bend. Keeping that chest down on the ground and then pushing yourself over into that stretch. Again, ease it off if it's too much. Good work, guys. Then we're gonna finish off this session with a nice puppy pose, really opening up through that thoracic rotation and our shoulders in one movement. So just like a child's pose, but you're keeping your hips up. Gonna drive your arms forward and try and drop your chest to the ground. So you get that nice little stretch here. And slowly bring your chest back up. Walk yourself back to center. And I hope that's helped relieve your body a little bit from any tension and you feel a bit more relaxed and calm. And I'll see you guys next time.